What's good, people? It's Polar with one channel, and this is how you make a sad Mac Miller slash Lil Peep type beat. So it all starts with picking the first melody sound. That's really where these sad type beats just originate. I think throughout the entire beat, you want to keep it mellow and depressing. That's a key. But again, I think picking the first instrument is the most important part. You just got to know what instrument to choose. So I'll play the original, this first pattern. This is this right here. And see how I made it a 16 bar? I think it's because for these sad type beats, you really just want it to drag out a little bit, because like the melody in these sad type beats are like kind of important. You don't want it to be repetitive. You see how it's kind of like slower paced, even though it's 140 BPM. It just seems like it's kind of like slower paced. Like if you're sad, you're not gonna be like playing like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I made it a full 16, because even if it's 4, then it's repetitive. If it's 8, it's kind of repetitive. 16 is like, okay, like you made like a decent quality melody. And then you can hear pattern 4, which I also use the E piano. You can hear that same instrument, just a lower octave. And again, the E piano is in the FL keys. So to find this sound, you just go to FL keys, presets, E piano, electric piano. And then we'll also look at the effects I threw on it. So these are both, I threw these both on the mixer. Again, if you're making counter melodies like this, you could hear like both of them together. Yeah, if you're making counter melodies like this, make sure you can put them in the same mixer channel. You don't necessarily have to, but make sure you clone it. Make sure you clone it. Clones. So and all I did was throw the convolver on it. And the reason I like these like raw piano sounds, and here's what it sounds like without it. Here's what it sounds like without it. Like, not as good, right? It really has like a kind of like a weak, kind of like I just started making beat sound. And you could literally like do something like where you just convolve it. Say you have that play for the first couple, and then like then you like make it happen there. You could literally do that as like an intro if you wanted. Probably sounds better if it's like that. Interesting, right? So anyways, so yeah, E piano is how you get that down. You can see how I did these chords here on the counter pattern, and this is only an 8 bar. So the original like main melody, the one that's actually like sings like it's kind of freestyled, that's a 16. This one's just an 8, but it's a very simple pattern. These are all chords too, just little quick chords. And the key to these is like I really just play these and then I edit it. Like there's no way I played it this well to where it's like that perfectly lined up. I played it, probably looked sloppy, and then I just like cut it, edit it, and shift little notes over. That's really like the kind of the point of FL Studio and DAWs, to like sharpen up music that's like impossible to make in real life. All right, so let's move on to the drums. First, I threw in these hi-hats. This dog hi-hat. Surprised it doesn't bark. So I didn't do anything complicated here. And again, for these sad, slow type beats, you don't want rapid, crazy hi-hats. Just a nice little soft hi-hat, hat dog. I don't need to play this individually, like you can hear it. I kind of went up there. Yeah, a little bit of variation in the first 4, then the last, like, so it's like a legit 8 bar hi-hat. See how I kind of like also like made the hi-hat with this part right here, so you can see like it's do 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 do. Yeah, I didn't do it there, but do 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 do. So cool stuff, right? let's get to the kick snare. So for the kick, boom, boom, snap. So I just did like a snare, and the key is like to pick these soft kick snares. I'll be honest, I'm not really even sure where I got this. I think it's from like one of the appreciation kits, maybe appreciation kit 6, which you can download off of Google. But I mean, really all you want is just like a soft kick. Just, that's the kick right there. Like, just, see, that's just what it sounds like. I didn't do really anything crazy to it. Although with these kicks, like even if it starts off soft, you want something that knocks harder, just get it, put it in the EQ2, up the 1 and 2 here, and then down the 7. Then you can up it a little bit here too, just to give it a little bit more pulse. So that's how I do my kicks. Then the snare I just kind of left alone, like just pick a really soft snare. That's the snare right there. Just got like a little soft snare. I literally didn't do like anything to it. But picking the snare is important for these soft, sad type beats, because you don't want it to like just be overwhelming. Like boom, it's like, geez, man, thought you were sad. Okay. Oh yeah, and I also like 8-barred it. So a little variation for the try varying your 8 bars. Try varying your entire beat. Comic makes your beat just like more live. So the only variation I did was here, instead of like boom boom clap clap, instead of that I just did boom boom clap boom. So that's like the only variation I did. I just put the kick basically where it would have been here, there, and then snare. So a little like simple swap. Okay, and then as the last instrument, I threw in the cymbal here. And what's neat about this is, you see how it's kind of like cut off? So I have it cut right when the snare comes. And I got this from not even watching producer videos. I really got this from looking at like rock bands and how like they cut their cymbals. Like, you ever seen like a rock drummer like hit the cymbal and then like he'll cut it with his hand? I was always like, man, why do they do that? So this is what it sounds like normally. So it just kind of like goes off. I want it to like cut off as soon as it hits the snare. So just, it just makes a cooler effect, and that's why I always put my cymbals in like live form like this instead of like within the pattern. I did the same thing here. Cool stuff, right? And then at the end here, I kind of doubled up on the melody just to like add even more variation to the beat. So when it goes to solo, I doubled up here. It's basically just 2 pattern 3s. To some degree, I'm not even sure if that makes a difference, but anyways. Cool, right? And then okay, and then at the end I just faded it out. So that's pretty much everything that was involved here. I think every good sad beat has a nice little fade out too. Cool. Kind of like a fade in and then a fade out. Kind of like playing. I feel like that increase is so subtle, like people probably won't even pick up that I really like brought the convolver out there. But that's how you make a sad Mac Miller / Lil Peep type beat. If you guys have any questions, leave in the comments section. But otherwise, piggity, peace out. Yeah, you can also see how like I cut the hi-hats at points just to like emphasize the drop. I did that a couple times. But anyways, y'all, peace out.